5 reasons to quit alcohol. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should quit alcohol now. For those who don't know me, my name's Justin. Drinking since I was about 13 till I was about 38, and I'm 41 now. So on Christmas Day 2023, I drank my last drink, slid it across the table, and I haven't looked back since. And I want the same for you guys. So reason 1, guys, you get your mornings back. This is one of my favourite things about sobriety that I've had so far, and it's how I feel in the morning. It allows me to get up at 6 a.m. every morning and get in the gym and get it done. There's no better feeling than waking up feeling fresh-headed, clear, sober, and without that horrible brain fog that you get from alcohol in the mornings. And it doesn't really just ruin the morning, guys, does it? If you think about it, it actually ruins the day. You feel awful for the day. You feel sluggish, tired, unable to complete tasks, brain fog. And if you've had a heavy session, especially at the weekend, especially as you get older, I mean, I'm now, like say, 41, and I know a lot of 41-year-olds who still drink, and they say the hangovers last till midweek. Think how much time you're giving up, guys, for just putting a liquid in your body, poison, ethanol. And the best thing is, guys, these gym sessions I do at 6 o'clock, I look forward to them. I actually can't wait to get up and get in the gym. You know, it's not a chore. You know, when I was drinking and going to the gym, I'd wake up with that horrible heavy head and I'd be like, no, I really don't fancy this today. Sometimes I'll press the alarm, and then by the time I actually wanted to get up, it was too late and I had to go to work. I genuinely wake up, bolt upright, and I'm straight into it. I absolutely love it. And when I get there, a bit slow at first, get a bit of energy. I like to start with some cardio. Nothing better than getting the blood pumping, and then you can really go for it. I'm actually finding as well, guys, the mornings can be really productive when you don't have alcohol. I get so many things. Sometimes, if like say I go to the gym at 6, sometimes I get up at 5, start doing little bits of work on my business, send out some emails, sort out some automation, and you know, sometimes even write newsletters, all sorts. I never would have done that before. Which brings me on to my favourite one, number 2, money. Do you know, guys, most people don't actually track what they spend on alcohol. I think I did a video recently, it absolutely shocked me. I reckon the average person in the UK spends between £1,800 to £3,000 a year on alcohol. That is literally just the alcohol. That's not the taxis to get everywhere on the night out, the entrance into the clubs, the kebab on the way home. This is just purely the cost of alcohol. And that's the average, guys. You know, some people are probably spending 4, 5, 6, 7, 10,000. It's absolutely shocking. And what I like to do now is all the money that I used to spend on alcohol, I invest, guys. I put money into the SP 500, which is an American top 500 companies index fund. Grows on average about 10% a year. I like to put money into dividend stocks, property, silver. I like to put money back into this business, invest in the camera that I'm holding, which by the way is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, it's really good. When you think about that stat, guys, that is shocking, isn't it? How much money we actually spend, and freely as well. And the thing is, it's actually going up more as we speak. Guys, that's just I mean, you think now what the price of a pint is. I don't know wherever you are, I'm sort of near London. And a pint round here is £7. I mean, that is absolute daylight robbery. They reckon that it's not going to be, they reckon in the next 3 years, we could be seeing £10 a pint. £10 a pint. Guys, that means you go out with 4 of your friends, every round's £40. You know, you do 4 or 5 rounds, you're talking hundreds of pounds. I'm so glad. I think I've quit at the right time. I'm going to swap hands because this is hurting. Bella? I've actually created a digital product for this, guys. It's a sober tracker. It's really good. So you can input or write down, print it out, write down everything that you've saved or what you usually spend on alcohol, and it'll actually work out what you're saving per year, which is really handy to know. And it could give you an idea, if you haven't quit yet, can give you an idea of how much money you'll be saving if you went sober. Which brings me on to number 3, guys, and that is your anxiety drops. It may seem when you drink that it alleviates the anxiety, But what alcohol actually does, it basically gives the impression to your brain that it's actually clear, it's actually helping you with your anxiety, but it's not, it's worsening it. It masks it. Do you ever notice when you drink, you have one or two drinks and you get that dopamine spike, and you feel good about yourself, you think, oh, that's really nice, you know, I'm really enjoying this. And then within five more drinks, you get that horrible feeling of when you realise you've had too much, you just want to go home. That's that initial dopamine spike, it's now gone, and your body and your brain scrambling for dopamine, and it's starved of it. That's why you wake up in the morning feeling absolutely terrible. All your serotonin levels are down, and it just alleviates your anxiety massively. And this sort of ties back to number one, doesn't it, with the mornings. Honestly, sober-headed mornings are fantastic. You'll never feel better when you wake up without that horrible having to check your phone to see all the messages that you had sent and just hope that none of them were too embarrassing. That horrible Sunday dread when you start to think you've got work tomorrow and you spend the rest of that day feeling awful and not even giving yourself a chance at having a decent, productive day. Guys, I'd say I was always a bit of an anxious person. Don't want it to sound cliche, but since becoming sober, I rarely get any sort of anxiety now. I mean, I'm too busy to be anxious at the moment. I've got a lot going on, trying to set up business and family. Yeah, it brings me on to number 4, guys. I think that when you become sober, you truly find yourself. You truly find out who you actually are. Most of us drink socially as teenagers, don't we? That's where we first pick up the bottle. That's where people are, oh, do you want to come to the field? We had one near me. It was called, it's basically the moor. So it's like the big mooring where all the boats come in, all the canal barges. And everyone used to meet down there from different schools and get absolutely smashed. And that was our introduction to alcohol, wasn't it? You know, it wasn't about, oh, it's nice taste. Do you want a few drinks? Do you want to have one or two? It was, let's get as drunk as we can and do some silly rubbish. It sets the trend for later on in life, doesn't it? You just believe that that is what everyone does. Everyone just meets up, get drunk and forget about everything else. If I could turn back the time, guy, I know you should never look back, but I wish I could just turn back time. Not necessarily be sober straight away, but just put more of my time and effort into growing. I could have grown so much quicker. I'm glad I realised it now, but I could have grown so much quicker if I'd have just realised all of this earlier on. Oh, there's another thing as well. When you become sober, this is part of number 4, your personality shifts. I used to be really snappy, really like aggressive, quite short. I used to care about what everyone thinks. I don't care what anyone thinks now. I genuinely don't. I get hate for this channel, from friends, from people on there, trolls. Couldn't give a monkeys. Got nothing to do with them. If I want to better my life and better you, like everyone else who watches my channel, if I can help people, then why not? You know, I've had people say, because I wasn't a raging alcoholic at rock bottom, I've got no right making this channel. How does that make any sense? You don't have to be at rock bottom to quit alcohol. You don't have to be at rock bottom to help other people quit alcohol and realise they don't need it in their life. I've had people telling me I'm walking a tightrope. I said, well, how? I said, well, you're, you know, telling people, giving them medical advice. I said, I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to tell people to quit if they're, you know, raging alcoholics and, you know, that they're withdrawal and all that. I don't know anything about that. All I'm here to do is tell people and raise awareness that you don't need to drink alcohol to have fun. You don't need it to be part of a group. You don't need it for anything. You can live your life completely sober and do everything that you wanted to do. And that is my mission. It brings me on to number 5, guys. And I believe that not drinking and staying sober releases your potential. You actually get to meet the real you. Not the one who had a drink and, you know, pratted around. The real you. You know, we all had dreams as children, didn't we? You wanted to do this, you wanted to do that, you had the freedom. And then it got taken away from us by different things. By alcohol was one, most people. By work and jobs, being told what to do. I believe sobriety is one of the key elements to making yourself a better person, to making yourself a more successful person, because sobriety just pushes you into a restlessness that pushes you to just build something or just be someone better. God, I've always been terrible with computers, and before, if I would have tried doing any of this, emails and say automation in the business and YouTube and uploading videos, I would have literally just go, I can't be bothered with this. But it just gives you resilience. I feel now that I've got so much more resilience than I used to have. You know, if I have a bad day and I get something wrong, or you know, I send out a wrong email sequence, I say, it doesn't bother me. I just go, right, okay, I'll just get up and try again. And I honestly believe sobriety has a big role to play in that. So guys, I'm going to just close the video with this. You don't have to be an alcoholic to benefit from stopping. If you want to make a positive change in your life, do it. Honestly, you won't regret it. The thing is, you just have to be honest about what it's costing you. Is it costing you time with your family? Is it costing you money? Is it costing you not getting to be who you want to be? I want to know in the comments, guys, which one of these hit the hardest? 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Go back and replay them if you didn't hear them. Check out my free beginner's guide to sober life by going to my link tree. Download my newsletter, free newsletter. You can upgrade if you want a weekly newsletter, otherwise the free plan's fine, you get monthly newsletter. Yeah, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks guys.